Muhammad Bauchi, Babagana Zulum Borno, Inuwa Yahaya Gombe, Agbu, Kefas, Taraba, May Malabuni Yobe, met at the Adamawa Government House, Yola, and were received by the Governor, Umaru Fintiri. At the banquet hall of the Government House, Zulum, the chairman of the forum, while commending President Bola Tinubu for his determination to ensure prevailing peace in the region, noted that the daunting challenges in the region required collaborative efforts to be tackled. In his welcome remarks, Fintiri noted that since its inception, the forum had charted a new course and attracted the needed attention of the region. The meeting thereafter went into a closed-door session, at the end of which it issued a communique presented by the Governor of Yobe State, Mai Mala Buni. Other issues discussed at the meeting included a planned trade fair to be hosted by Bauchi State, among others. The NEGF will hold its 10th meeting in Bauchi between February 23rd and March 26, 2024. The National Assembly has pledged its continuous support for the National Agency for the Control of AIDS, NACA, with legislative measures and interventions that will greatly impact the agency's capacity to effectively deliver on its mandate. The Chairman, House Committee on HIV and AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria Control, Amobi Oga, pledged these while addressing journalists about the forthcoming 2023 World AIDS Day in Abuja. He stressed the need for stakeholders to ensure the increase of domestic resourcing of HIV interventions and mobilize community members, particularly the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV. The chairman, however, called on Global Fund and donor agencies to increase their financial support and assistance to the National Agency for the Control of AIDS to ensure that the target of ending HIV and AIDS by 2020 is met. The Director General, NACA, Gambo Aliyu, in his welcome address, charged all stakeholders to renew their dedication to the national HIV and AIDS response.
Treatment that is available, even though there is no permanent cure, but there's enough treatment to maintain and sustain quality of life, good quality of life. So this session again marks another one to say this time around we want the communities themselves to lead in terms of leadership, in terms of participation in their decision making, and in what we need as a country. So on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Health, we are always committed to drive the health sector, the provision of care, treatment, and of course, strengthen the community in such a way that we can keep making the definite progress we are making so far.
We are here to tell the global community Nigeria is getting it right. As I am talking to you, we have nothing less than 1.6 million people that we have identified, we have placed on treatment, and they are doing well on treatment. These individuals are controlling the virus in them. They are not giving other people, and the virus is not killing them. And that is all that is standing before us and ending AIDS. Get them, stop the virus in them. And we are doing that. We estimate we have about 1.8 million out there that have the virus. Out of them, we are able to get 1.6 plus. It's a very good progress for our country. And it's a very good progress for the program we represent. And we look forward to sustain this tempo and make sure that
all levels must own and sustain national HIV response towards ending AIDS by 2030. These community leaders include policymakers, service providers, traditional rulers, religious leaders, our business men and women, traders. We must all ensure that the increase of domestic resourcing of HIV intervention, mobilizing community members for gender equitable social norms, and gender equality in the uptake of HIV prevention, and care services, particularly in the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV, to support people living with and affected by HIV.
No fewer than 15,750 teachers have sat for the November Professional Qualifying Examination for teachers across the country. The examination is conducted by the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, to test the professional knowledge of those in the teaching profession. Speaking with newsmen during the conduct of the examinations in Abuja on Saturday, the Director, Certification and Licensing, Dr. Jacinta Ezeahurukwe, said the examination would ensure that teachers were licensed before going into the classrooms. Correspondent Marian Inakemo reports that Ezeahurukwe said that the qualifying examination provided the content and the foundational knowledge that a teacher must possess and exhibit, saying this is however contained in the teacher's professional standards. Meanwhile, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education, David Adejo, who commended the process, said it will go a long way in improving the quality of teachers in the country.
And today we are writing another batch of the FCT people, which are the people that registered at the headquarters, where we have a place for the private school, and then those from Cairo, because we have all these liaison offices to make it easy for teachers who are living far away from the centers to have access for registration. So that's what we are having here today. And in all, we have 15,750 writing the examination, this batch B, and across the country. And yeah, we are on it. You know, there were times.
The conduct, as observed now, is very, very good. You can see it for yourself. There's this gradual improvement over the years, and what I'm seeing now is it's very, very emulative and very encouraging. It's kind of, I think, jump standard. And the conduct of the candidates very encouraging too. So, however, there are some, as we go on, we're going to kind of build on the successes of today, just like we did for the previous one. You see, in any profession, you have a regulatory body. So what they need now is the necessary support to carry out their mandate. So with this, you see the quality of teachers that will be produced will be as desired, as required. Okay, if you have a profession that is anything goes, there's a problem. So this will regulate them. You can see.
So far, so good. The process is very free. For educationists, I want to say they are very simple to approach. And to allay the fears of people that think CBT is something that is very difficult. With what I've experienced today, just the knowledge of simple computer approach and ability to read and write will help you to excel in this exam. That's so good. I want to say things are improving. Gone are the days when they will say teachers' rewards are in heaven. If you work hard, you will earn your reward here. And thank God for the professionalization of teaching in Nigeria. With that, we are phasing out the quacks. With that, the rightful owners of the profession are taking over. And with time, we also believe that the government will recognize us like other professionals.
A very interesting one. It is actually something as a package I've looked towards getting, because TRCN exam completes one as a teacher. I've been